Okay, today we're going to try out Microsoft Flight Simulator for the second time actually, because I think I had a quick spin on it when I first downloaded it months and months and months ago. Judging by the 118 gig update it had to do yesterday. That's how long ago since I played it. Right, now. I don't have my HOTUS. Combined joystick and throttle, because a mate's borrowed that. I can't be bothered to set up my Xbox controller, so I'm going to go mouse and keyboard old school. So let's do some flight training. Basic handling. Takeoff and landing. Okay. Start with the basic controls and cameras. Go on then. Probably different to anything else I've flown. Give me a little Cessna. Okay. One aileron flaps. Yep. Okay, just gotta wait for it to load. And graphically, this is supposed to be an amazing game. It's had some pretty good reviews. But I'm by no means an expert flyer, or even a good flyer. An average flyer, I'd classify myself as, on games like War Thunder and the old flying games I used to play. Oh no, there's no smoking in the cockpit. Okay. Let's go then. Let's take her up in the air and see what she does.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Thank you.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts.
Okay.
Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane. A classic. The Cessna 152. Take a look around it. In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode. The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see...
Can I get out of there and go to options? Yes. It won't let me get to the what as I need graphics, sound, traffic, data, flight model, miscellaneous. Still look at that in a minute. No controls options. Sensitivity is fine. Select an input. Keyboard and mouse default. Oh. Okay. Camera. Doesn't appear like I can change controls. That's annoying. Okay. We'll just have to go for it.
Activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the basic controls panel.
Basic controls panel in the toolbar. Out loud. Ah.
The basic controls panel panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar. The camera panel allows you to access the various
I've got
views and
children
camera modes
crying
of
in
the
my ear
simulation.
roll as per
Go
usual,
ahead and
sent to
close all
bed,
the
they're
panels for now.
fighting and playing and refusing to do as they're told. And I have no sympathy for them. If they won't listen to me, why should I do anything for them?
Right now, we are in the external view mode. Let's switch to cockpit view next.
Yeah, switch cockpit view, pressing end or using the camera panel. Or can I just zoom in? No, okay.
In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you'll be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice.
Oh, the
So
wings in
let's
the wrong
hide the
place.
yoke for
Don't
now.
like that. Used to wings down there on Spitfires and Hurricanes. Don't like that. What do you want me to do? You want me to point out and press?
Some instruments allow multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact. For example, take a look at the clock in the middle of the dashboard. Go ahead and lock the cursor on it.
I have to do that. Oh, I see. That cursor I got. Pressing and holding. There you got to press and hold that. Hold to lock. I am holding. It is not locking. What am I doing wrong? I am holding and it is not interacting. Lock the clock knob. Pressing.
Now change the clock time.
Yeah.
You can unlock the cursor once you're ready.
Oh, I see. Okay, well it is about that time here.
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it. All right, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've done all that. Why are you not? Oh, you gotta do that.
Pro tip, once you find a camera position you like, you can save a shortcut to easily get back to that view anytime.
Save custom view. CTR Alt. Plus one. Alt.
Now, reset the camera to its original position. Then try switching to your custom one again.
Select a pilot with pressing CTR in space. Alt one anytime.
All right, that covers all the main camera functions
I won't
available
remember
in the
any of this.
simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more. Then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done. Great.
Did I pass flight school? No, you just passed that. Training menu. Basic handling. 12% mastered. Why is that 12% mastered? Oh, I see. Wasn't managed to do it all. I don't have rudder and pedals, but no. That's annoying. Yeah. It's a bedroom door. I wonder what they're going to get up to that think I can't hear. Their bedroom door is literally 6 feet away from my left side. Maybe I should have put this on SSD rather than standard drive. Okay. What's next?
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns.
Yep.
Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
I'd love to. Tell me how to turn the yoke. Look at the edge of the wings by using shift plus down. Shift up, shift left, shift right. Ailerons by using number 4, number 6. Makes me want to look at the ailerons without actually turning the yoke. Okay. Shift plus down. That ain't right. It must be shift plus right. Yeah. But how do I use that? Ah, you gotta move the. Oh, I see.
Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend.
Yeah, I know all this.
Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Number 2 and 8.
Nice.
Put the flaps
Down
down.
at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
Enter.
Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power. Power is increased. Now, pull it back to decrease power.
And again, I'm going too quick.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle.
Yep.
Look away from the throttle and increase power.
F3.
Set your throttle to idle.
2.
Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You'll find it on the right side of the dashboard. This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left in the main instrument panel. It measures the speed in knots. To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right side of the main instrument panel. The altimeter has 3 hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one, 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
This is going to be fun. I wish I had my HOTUS. I wish I had my HOTUS. I wish I had my HOTUS. Mind you, then I've spent a couple of hours setting the bugger up for controls, which is what I don't want to do with the Xbox controller. Right, let's see if we can't crash.
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go flying. This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good? First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
You're not supposed to do anything.
This is Red Rock territory. Beautiful, isn't it? See if you can spot the Sedona airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
Yeah, it's over there. I have no control of this.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
I have no control of this bird. I have no control. It is annoying. It's dead.
We already talked about basic controls while we were on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air.
Do I get to fly?
The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude, the position it should be in for regular flight. All right, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Why 30 degrees? Because you might stall out. What do you mean? Let the instructor demonstrate the left right-hand turn. I did. Is she finished? Oh, don't tell me she's going to make me do that. That should be good. I have to admit, it looks pretty good. Get some low-level flying in and see how good the ground looks from low level. Oh, I see you're doing small banking, are you, instructor, who's not actually in the seat next to me? What is it? It's an AI instructor. No. It's going to kill us. Not that I'm prejudiced or anything. I don't trust AI. Not because of what it is, but because of the fact it was invented by us. And we are in a nice race or species. When do I get to fly? Let me fly. I know I should have just jumped in without doing this. But I don't know the landing speeds. I doubt I'm going to be able to control it very well on a keyboard and mouse. I'm most likely going to stack it into a mountain. Or a house. Just for it. It looks like Google Maps. Excuse me. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work is a killer. I used to have a game back on the old Amiga 500. I think it was the Amiga 500. Yeah. And it came with a pull-out that sat on top of your keyboard to show you what keys were which. It was a fighting game. Aircraft simulator type thing. Was it? F-19 Stealth, I think it was called. Two stealth fighters. Stealth bombers. So I was quite good at that. But only because I had a reminder of the keys I needed to push on the keyboard. I might have to see my mate and see if I can get my focus back if this proves worthy of playing ball. I'm just a passenger. For anybody watching who's wondering why the screen looks like it does, it's because I'm playing this on a 49-inch ultra wide at 5K. What's the point of having a monitor like this if you don't utilise it? This is part of the reason I wanted this size monitor, because I do like it with flying games.
As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Yeah, you said that already. Yeah, buddy. Let me show me my degrees, how much function. That shows my trim anyway. Doesn't have any degrees on it. That's me. It's a compass. Doesn't really give you a trim meter. Unless it's that one that you can barely see past the stick. Yep, turn coordinates. Suction. What the hell is suction? Okay. What's next? Invisible AI pilot. Look at backseats. Got a bed back there. Or a mattress. A little one. Joining my line. For some reason I've got washing windows in my head. Come on, lady, let's get this on with. Getting a bit bored now. I'm not in control. I can't do anything. I hate being a passenger. Not that I've actually been in a real plane ever. Never get airsick. I get travel sick on a coach, travel sick on a train, travel sick on a boat. That's called seasick. Now we're going for another turn, are we? I do not see.
As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
Okay.
You have controls.
How do I do that?
Turn right, toward the city of Sedona.
How do I do that? Oh. Why? No, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. I don't like this. I can't fly like this. There's too many buttons. I am gonna have to set up, either get my HOTAS back or set up my controller. You damaged your landing gear. No, I destroyed my plane. I just nosedived straight into the ground. And on that note, we're going to call this one quits, because I'm getting a bit hungry. I might come on this and try and set up a controller. Try flying this on a controller, or try and get my HOTAS back. Got an option. Control. Obviously, I don't have a controller put in. Yeah, because unlike on War Thunder, you can't actually fly it with the mouse. This is far more simulatory than playtimey. Plug the controller in, I might have different options. We shall see. Because my HOTAS has got a twist action for the rudder. And enough buttons on the throttle for everything else. Not detecting anything else, so I can't actually see. Okay, I'm going to look that up before I try this again. And try and fly this with a controller or my HOTAS. I think that's the option. So on that note, I'm going to call it quits. If you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment. We like comments. Not enough people comment and share. And I'll see you in the next one.